Welcome in to DRF Daily, DRF Sports' live stream coming at you every single weekday at around 11 a.m. We cap off a fantastic MLB week with hopefully four winners today. We went 1-3 yesterday, and we are hovering right around 500. I think we're one or two games below 500. So not the best week so far, but we have a good feeling about it. We're going to be finishing this week out strong. So stay tuned for all of our picks brought to you by DRF Sports Data. Today, we're going to start things off with a little bit of NBA futures talk because apparently there was some breaking news yesterday in the land of Brooklyn. So we'll break down some NBA futures, just talk about it a little bit. And then we're going to go into our MLB games, of course, highlighted by Yankees, Guardians, Rangers, Mets, and Padres, Dodgers as our three best bets of the day. And our featured free game of the day tonight, let me double check. It's going to be Angels, Astros. Astros just got off of a fantastic game against the Yankees last night, a little one-game, one-off thing in Houston. They're taking on the Angels tonight. That will be our featured free game of the day. So without beating around the bush too much, let's dive right into today's NBA future talk. I'm going to pull up what the odds are looking like now on DRF Sportsbook. Kevin Durant last night, or I guess yesterday during the day at around 3 p.m., 3:30-ish, 2:30-ish, announced he wants a trade. He doesn't want to be in Brooklyn anymore, which is really funny considering that all of the talk was surrounding Kyrie just 1 week ago. He then opts into a player option after an opportunity to not take up his player option. I think $35 million for Kyrie. He could have not re-up, signed with the Lakers, ditched KD completely, and now instead of all of that, KD feels like he's ditching Kyrie. There's been reports that they still want to play together, just not in Brooklyn. So just an absolute dumpster fire occurring over there in one of the boroughs in New York City. Yesterday at around 3 p.m., if we're looking at it, Suns were so Kevin Durant announces it, and then according to, I believe it was either Brian Windhorst or Woj, his preferred trade destinations are the Suns and Heat are kind of the two clubhouse leaders as of right now. Maybe there's going to be a late push somewhere else, but according to Woj or Windhorst, maybe both of them, as of right now, KD wants the Suns or the Heat. The Suns just signed Devin Booker to a Supermax deal yesterday when free agency opened. So not sure how the cap situation can play out. If we're talking about Lakers still with the Kyrie situation, Lakers in theory could trade Russell Westbrook, but Russell Westbrook has an $11 million more cap hit. So the Lakers would have to sweeten that pot quite considerably with some draft picks. But that's more on the Kyrie side. The KD side, Suns, Heat. So yesterday at around 3 p.m., 3:05, Suns were sitting at plus 650 to win next year's NBA championship. Heat were plus 900, and the Nets were plus 1,300. Today, Friday, 11:07 a.m., the Suns are now plus 550, you see. This is on DRF Sportsbook. You can check it out at ia.drf.com. Suns are plus 550, so 100 movement, a 100 number movement. And then the Heat, also another huge movement going from plus 900 to plus 800. That's all just based on the fact that KD might get traded there. The Nets have remained steady at plus 1,300, which is quite interesting to me. I wonder if Vegas, if our odds makers across the country are just worried to change that in case, sentiments change and the Nets keep them, and then all of a sudden you have this super team that you could have gotten at plus 2,000. I think the second KD and or Kyrie leaves, you're going to see that Nets number balloon up to plus 2,000 or more. They're a lottery team without KD or Kyrie. They have absolutely no depth. They're going to be bad without those two superstars. So it's really interesting to see the Suns and Heat make that jump after the news was announced that KD wants to go there. If we show all the teams over here, Lakers are sitting at plus 1,500. They might be able to get something with Kyrie. Kyrie wants to play in LA. It seems like LeBron wants Kyrie back. But all of these other teams, 76ers, Nuggets, Grizzlies, Pelicans, it'll be interesting to see where KD actually ends up. I don't think he has a no trade clause in his contract, so all other 29 teams are complete fair game because he just gave his preferred trade destinations. He didn't demand a trade to one specific team. He still has 4 years left on his contract. A lot up in the air, and Brooklyn is just an absolute dumpster fire right now. KD wants to leave Brooklyn. They're going to get rid of Kyrie. They're blowing it all up. This super team that never was, man, what a time in the sports world. And not only that, USC and UCLA are going to the Big Ten in 2024. So a wild Thursday of just absolute bombshell reporting. So that's some NBA future talks.